Hello and welcome back to our 38th episode of the Labyrinth of Thieves campaign. We are your hosts and storytellers here from Wanderlustdnd, back for another wonderful episode tonight. Now, our group has decided to split the party, so tonight we have Artrin, Caché, and Fenris, and maybe a little bit later you'll have Gizmo and Al. So, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel as we post new episodes every other Friday. So, last time, while Caché faced the guilt of her past, the rest of you watched as your friend tore a rift in reality, to which numerous nightmares poured out from the dream realm. They crawled and burrowed their way into the shadows of the city and further into the Underdark. In an attempt to rescue Caché, you tore her away from the very monster that had been chasing her, the Shadow Hound. Meanwhile, reeling from reliving her past, Caché chose to trust the Shadow Hound, opening her mind to their embrace, and in some small ways, starting to heal the pain and devastation left in her wake. As quickly as it had begun, the Shadow Hound stood beside a conscious Caché, the rift now to the dream realm closed. You all finally got a long rest, after 7 games, I might add, which I think is by far the record of the longest day that we've ever played in a game. Artrin and Zorra the next morning saw the damage that Gizmo has sustained over that one singular day, especially from Enya's hand, and basically offered to bring them to an old friend of theirs, Mulg, a slightly unsettling drider with a knack of repairing clock forges. Gizmo, who's not here at the moment, but is currently waiting, I believe it was 11 or 12 hours for his repairs to be complete, which leaves us a little bit of wiggle room right now. As that time continues, how are the three of you feeling watching Gizmo be worked on? Al, I believe, is working on Humphrey, giving him a voice box, and other little upgrades that Mulg has provided. So what are the three of you doing to pass the time?
I think we're getting bored with twiddling our thumbs.
Yeah, absolutely. My trigger finger is very light at the moment with him bouncing around Gizmo.
Artrin?
I'm probably just talking with Zorra, chatting shit, pass the time.
Can you see that, or is it a black screen?
It is black for me.
Oh, there it is.
There it popped up.
There you go. That's kind of the workshop space you're in, with that big metal clockwork heart in the center of the back room, that while Mulg is muttering to himself, oh yes, and then we'll do it this way, and then we'll change this here, and he's just muttering over Gizmo. Gizmo is just quiet, laying on the table. And you just hear Mulg kind of begin to speak to that heart on the back, that strange mechanism that's within the clockwork web, and then go back to fixing Gizmo.
How long has it been?
Yeah, how long has it been?
20 minutes.
Well, I was actually asking Caché.
Oh.
She checks her watch.
Her watch is canon now? Okay, so we now have radio and canon watches.
Well,
I mean, like, if we've got work.
We've
literally got, robots made of clockwork, I'm sure we can make a time thing.
Did you change to the time change? Are you still on Manira time?
Yeah, I have not.
Oh, okay, you're on still Manira time then.
Yeah, we haven't adjusted to her time lag. But yeah, I mean, pocket watches are very steampunk.
You're very right.
Okay.
So we've seen Alnilam leave at this point, have we?
I'd say an hour or two pass, and Zorra and Artrin get up to leave. Not to Well, actually, Zorra is not going to speak to either of you. It's up to Artrin if Artrin wants to say anything, but Zorra is going to leave.
So, where do you think things are going?
Let's find out.
Should definitely be more interesting than here.
Agreed.
Outstanding! This is incredible! You just hear Mulg in the background.
Okay, I'm going to pass message to Al and
Okay.
just say, we'll be back in a while. Keep an eye on that.
Where are you going? I feel like you would know.
Following a lead.
Okay, don't go far.
Alright, I tap Fenris and... Alright, we're going to nonchalantly, follow them at a distance where we can, blend into the crowd, hopefully.
Enjoy playing with your toys.
Are we trying to be stealthy, or are we just
Zorra-
getting up and leaving?
Yeah, Zora's not. Zorra more, I'd say, okay, Caché and Fenris, make me perception checks.
Mm-hmm.
Artrin, make me an insight check.
Okay.
19.
19.
15.
15.
Perception. I'm clearly not that interested. 13.
Fenris, give a fuck. Fenris, you're kind of following Caché, hoping to God something more interesting happens.
Yeah.
Artrin, Zorra was getting a bit antsy, and she leaned over to you before she left. If you distract them, I'll be able to sneak away.
Okay. I'll get up then. And I'll just walk over to Fenris and Caché, who I assume are a bit away from Mulgan and Al.
I'd say so. I'd say they probably, unless you guys were like looking over Mulg's work, but even then you have the risk of being hit by the spider's body and legs if you're getting too close, because he does not see anyone else but his work on Gizmo. So
I'm just fiddling with some of the implements, and as well as just making a small little game, we're trying to flick things over other things.
okay, so Artrin,
Incredibly
you kind of
bored
stand.
looking.
I'll say Artrin kind of stands at the doorway. The two of you kind of approach.
Bit boring.
That's a fact.
That gave it away.
Well, known Mulga well now, and yeah, he gets like this, and once he gets like this, there's no real talking to him.
Yes, as we figured. So where's your friend going?
Dunno.
While he's talking, I'm going to shoot a message to Terry through my head. I'm going to try send images into my shadow of following herself. See if he can slide through the shadows to get out.
Okay, how far can your? He's kind of.
He's
familiar
tied
than-
to me. All right.
Yeah.
Let me have a check. 60 feet. So if you can get kind of a direction for me at
Okay.
least.
Yeah, so I'd say easily done with your new kind of found connection and communication with these nightmares. You kind of feel Terry leave your own shadow and kind of drift into the dark, seeming to follow Zorra. Artrin, I'd say you can make a perception check at disadvantage. You're not used to seeing shadows move like that.
Plus 0. A disadvantage, I got a 13.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Very good, very good. It's strange because as Caché and Fenris kind of approach and stand there and kind of start to begin to talk to you, Caché's shadow just looks a lot less than it should. In this lighting, at least. Who the fuck knows what that means, though? But
I've got 9 intelligence. I'm probably not thinking too much about it.
Yeah. I am made of shadow from your perspective.
Yeah,
as
like
well,
from
yeah.
It's
yeah.
she's weird.
Its shadow's on its toes.
I mean, like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. You know, like, got our own business going on. You know, we work for a living. I'm sure you do too. You know, you can't just wait 12 hours for your friend to get fixed.
Yes, neither can we.
You kinda
So,
have to,
if you, some would say we have to, but I do not want to. So,
No,
I'm
I
looking
mean,
for
yeah.
something else to do.
I mean, there's lots to do in the city, but
Some things that would not have me pulled apart by the limbs.
yeah, that's the big issue, I suppose.
So I know this hat is currently hiding my apparently unsightly appearance.
Unsightly is a strong word. I mean, it's more.
So I can think of far stronger words.
Yeah.
Just to be another hour in there and you'll hear all of them.
Well, so you've got what, like a hat of disguise on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fenris, what do you currently look like, actually?
I think I look like a drow version of myself.
Okay, yeah. So she appears to be a drow version of herself.
I mean, if you want to keep your hat on, we can go to a tavern.
So I'm not so sure. Our last trips to a tavern did not turn out so well. It also got very dark.
We're in the dark.
At this point, Zorra comes around the corner. And you hear in Undercommon, "I found out where he is, Artrin. If we leave now, maybe while they're distracted, we'll be able to get there." And she comes around the corner and sees you both standing there. Is like, "Fuck."
Who's he?
Really shit
So
the bed
tell
on
us
that one,
more.
huh?
Sorry, you both spoke. What?
I said, who's he?
Oh, who is he? What did Artrin say?
I just said you really shit the bed on that one.
Fenris?
I can't remember.
Okay.
I think I just said, "Sir." Come again?
Zorra looks at the two of you. Don't you have anything better to do?
No.
I mean, they could be extra muscle.
Kind of crosses her arms and looks up at the two of you. I don't know. If anything, we could leave them behind and they could deal with the aftermath. Perhaps that'll work.
And I'm pretty sure they can understand what you're saying.
No, I know they can understand.
Okay.
I'm happy to clean up your messes.
So I am not. I am happy to start more messes.
Zorra chuckles a little bit at that and then remembers who you are and stops right away. Fine. Only because we could use an extra few hands, and it doesn't look like your friends are going to be finished anytime soon.
So I couldn't be there for another week. Fräulein, I am about to start murdering several people through boredom. So find us something to do.
I don't know if either of you are smart enough or have been, watching close enough to everything that's been going on. But we weren't really there for the Gluestein stone.
Oh, really? So, madame,
Kind of at you.
your grasp of the obvious is truly astounding.
Oh, good, so I don't have to explain more.
No, please do. I'm sure you would benefit from it greatly.
I mean, we don't really have time to go into fine details. Basically, we can turn that into drugs, and it's valuable. So we're going to be dealing with someone pretty fucking nasty.
So this is very much your standard take things, refine them into a narcotic substance, get them to some shady prick who hangs around by the corner of the schoolyard, and just hand it over.
Not quite. More like one of the leading powers of the Underdark.
Same deal, really. They're all shady.
I mean, yeah, but with power.
Yes, that is what a politician is, a shady prick with power.
Yeah.
She's not far off.
Yeah.
I think you find if you're trying to get us intimidated, you'll need to get a lot worse than that.
Yes.
Not really the intimidation, it's just giving you vision into what we're doing.
Context.
It's
Yeah.
seems to be just a normal job for us.
It's not, though. This is something completely out of our scope that we usually deal with. But I'm out of options, and I need to find her.
So I can guarantee this is not the strangest thing we have seen.
I don't know. And she switches Draconic to you, Artrin. Should they know?
Says
that
I
they
know
don't fuck
what.
this up?
Forget she speaks that too.
She kind of looks at you, Fenris, and just bares her teeth a bit at you.
You said you could always try harder, darling.
I'll just speak up a bit and say, I mean, they're going to be out of here whenever these guys are fixed. I mean, I really don't. They will be an afterthought in our life in the next 12 hours. I really don't see how they can mess up this more than anything we can do.
That's fair. Fine. This is what we need from you two if you're offering your help. We need to meet someone known as the Stageman.
Why do they always give themselves such boring names?
The Stageman looks after the Opera House. It's the only way we're going to get inside. I have found out where the Stageman likes to procure his assets. She kind of has a look of disgust on her face.
Slaves?
So, yes.
I've heard the word assets used like that before.
Yes, frequently.
If it is a case we can free some of them, would that be possible?
That is the ultimate goal, yes.
I am in.
Yes, I am too.
My thinking is if we get to the Stageman, show him what we have, but don't give it to him. If he can get us an audience with... She kind of pauses for a moment and then... Din. There's a bit of fear. I'll say all of you hear that in her voice.
In.
Din Jarl. He's one of the 7 tiers. You don't need to really know all of this, but it's a very, very dangerous individual. In Nali Sonor. As Artrin said, a ruling family. You can't just walk up to this individual. That's why we need the Stageman. And we need the Stageman on our side. Can I count on both of you?
You can.
Yes, you can.
As
We
long
both
as
can
you're-
be. Yes, well, we can both be very persuasive.
And as long as your goals are what you say they are, then we will free these slaves.
If they can be freed, yes.
And this Sin, you need his head removed?
I don't much care what happens to Din. I want Isa back. That's all I want.
So, very well. If I have an opportunity to sort some business out, then yes, I will take my opportunity.
She kind of sits back and looks at both of you, and then just kind of looks up to you, Artrin. They took that very, very well. A lot better than I was expecting.
Much better than I
I
thought.
was really,
as
I
well.
thought they were going to fight me on
I
it
mean,
a bit
just
more.
going up against like a foreign government, that's kind of wild.
But this is
This is,
literally our Tuesday.
Yes, That's what we like to do is
We get it. You're
disrupt
badass.
governments.
I understand. I've seen you fight. We know you're good. You're a
Don't
big
rub
ball
it
of
in.
shadow, and you're an Intclair. I understand.
Yes, but that was not actually the point.
That is something we should discuss, though.
So I can be quite a fan of anarchy. Not so sure about Caché, but I think she is learning the ropes.
Yeah, if my worldview's been hit, we can fill it with something else.
The Stageman has particular tastes, from what I hear, at least in the rumors.
He's not a gin lover, is he?
Don't come for gin. I'm gonna drink it right now. I am not drinking on the recording. That is water.
Water.
Water. Anyway, I've lost my train of thought.
He has
Sorry.
particular interests.
Yes, so the Stageman has particular interests. From what I understand, is not a fan of women. Or maybe very much a fan of women, but I do think we should be smart. And she kind of looks to you, Fenris. Perhaps that hat of disguise should be of a different type, if you know what I mean.
So, very well.
Now, if you don't mind, so I can actually make sure that you look okay.
She just handed me this hat. I have no idea how to actually work it. She just gave
Well,
it to me and I put it
You
on
got
my
it
head.
to work as it is. You're the drow version of you.
Sorry, I shall sample with it and see what happens. If I grow extra limbs, do tell me.
Just remain silent.
Right, I'm just going to figure out how to
try
work.
a half orc.
I'm going to figure out to work out the hat and turn into something else.
Try a half orc. I'm telling you.
Nothing bad happens to half orcs in this world. They're definitely not the DM's favorite, but okay, Fenris, what are you turning into?
Okay, I'm going to try and turn into a male half orc, half drow.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm trying to conceptualize that.
Oh, I have a picture of it. It was meant to be one of my characters, but I never got around to playing them.
Okay, well, describe what you look like then.
Let's see if I can find that picture. Just put it into the
Well,
Discord
but
so you can
the-
see. But I
The
will
audience
describe
can
it.
also
So
won't be able to see.
obviously
it,
has similar hair to her, so it has white hair braided down.
Mhm.
And kind of more paler skin than normal drow.
Mhm.
And few scars, very dark eyes that are lavender now.
Jesus.
One lavender, one is still blue. And you see, so it still has heterochromia. And obviously, because of the half orc, has sharper bottom incisors than other, so it looks like small tusks. And is quite buff.
Okay.
I wouldn't say handsome, I'd say rugged.
Zorra kind of looks you up and down. No change on her face, but nods, approves. Looks to you, Artrin.
Yeah, so that works.
What about me?
Don't quite know if a ball of shadow is going to be allowed inside the House of Mint.
So that's why she can just hide in one of our shadows.
haven't quite learned how to hide in someone's shadow yet. It's a very Terry thing. 1 second.
Perfect time till then.
Terry? I'm going to send him images of him going in and out of shadow and then seeing if I can do the same. And see if he knows how to teach me. Giving the DM headaches.
Okay. I'd say what Terry kind of like shows back to you in your communication styles and levels is that you kind of already do with the shadow dash ability. So you are able to dip in and out of shadows with that ability. Going and hiding in someone's shadow is more kind of his thing.
Yeah. Not gonna work. So if that's the case, I know it's going to be harder this time, but I'm going to concentrate on drawing my glamour up.
Okay. Concentrate. It will require a first level spell slot.
Okay. That used to be free. Awesome.
Okay. So you turn into your drow self then?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Zorra looks at you. That's better. For now, at least. At least for right while we get in here. Be careful what you say. That's all. She begins to leave.
Just like the military, so.
Okay. So are you all following?
Yep.
Yes.
I'll follow and see. Eagerly awaiting the inevitable car crash.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. Okay. So you all begin to make your way out of Mulg's lair, which again is through a twisty, windy kind of tunnel. But you make it to the quote-unquote outside of the tunnel. Not outside, though. And Artrin, you know that the House of Mint is where Zorra mentioned the Stageman is located. What you know of the House of Mint is it is a gentleman's club. Usually. Okay. Strictly. And it is in the upper tier towards the Crystal Gallery end of town. Yep. However, with your two companions there, Caché and Fenris, they look, they look like they can pass up there, no problem, with their disguises. Both of them are currently under disguise. You'll be going through a checkpoint, very similar to when you came in through the gates at first. These guards, though, not as, they don't really mind because you've already in the city. So they kind of look you up and down. They're keeping an eye on, they check your weapons. They kind of see what you're bringing into the upper part of the city, but you are all allowed to go through. Observations of the city as the four of you move through it. There is definitely a sense of concern and wariness in the lower tiers, so where you were before. As if everyone's kind of on edge. There's careful not to let strangers get too close, almost. As you made your way through the streets, like Fenris, you notice that a group of Imperial soldiers were actually walking through, seeming to kind of not push people around, but muscle their way through. And a lot of the locals kind of would scurry away and kind of stay out of their way. However, up here in the upper tiers, there's nothing like that. There's a very much a sense of superiority and nobility that walk the streets in the upper tier. A carelessness of, flitting between the shops and the market stands and everything. But after about an hour or so passes, about an hour and a half, I'd say, from Mulg's lair. And this is a continuous, you are climbing a tremendous amount of steps and jagged, alleyways all the way up. It is, you both, I'd say, Caché and Fenris, you're out of breath. There's a lot more uphill and and the stairs aren't like stairs in Avasha or even in Manira. These are like these are nearly like what's the word? Vertical. You're climbing almost on your hands and knees to get up. Like these are very vertical, up, down, through the steps, through the rock. It's a very unique layout.
I'm just gonna levitate over the stairs.
Okay, sure.
Same. I'm gonna float.
Oh my god! All right, so never mind. You two are not out of breath, and you're fine.
So that squad of Imperial soldiers, we passed by them.
Mm-hmm.
What was the street looking like ahead of them?
The street ahead of them.
Yeah.
Where you saw the guards was actually down in the lower part, in the lower tier. So, it was a pretty wide street, kind of market stalls.
Mm-hmm.
There was a jeweler and a blacksmith on that street.
So, did anybody spill any water near on the way to where the soldiers are walking?
No, I wouldn't say they spilled water. Water is quite precious. You would have actually noticed that, except for the big river that runs through the city. Water seems to be something treated with a lot of respect here, because there's not a lot of it.
Okay, that's a shame. Okay, that'll pass it out incident then.
Okay, all right. Yep. Guards continue on. Again, Imperial soldiers. Caché, you recognize them too. Like they're an Artrin, you know very, very well that these are Imperial soldiers.
I like
to patrol.
Would they be like ones I've seen, or are they more kind of localized soldiers, different armor and stuff like that?
Very different armor to the war. Yeah. No, these are. They seem more like standard kind of patrol guards from Ulster Arcadia. Just strange to see them down here.
Yeah, nothing triggering, I suppose. Is my...
No, I wouldn't. I'm sorry. No. I wouldn't say. I wouldn't say triggering wise. You recognize the emblem. They all have the giant sun on their chest and the big eye and everything. So yeah, they're.
And speaking of that, after my incident, what level of thingy am I now? Because obviously I went to 5.
You did.
Yeah.
At the moment, you don't feel that hindrance anymore.
New feeling.
God, it's your spell slot.
Yeah.
And it could all go away. All depends on what you do.
Very true.
Healing process can be a beautiful thing. Or a terrible one. Anyway. Are you continuing on?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's continue on.
Yep.
I have to pull my prank another time.
Okie dokie. Okay, so I think I said an hour and a half or so pass, you end up in front of the House of Mint. It is called. And you inside. The House of Mint is quite an expensive exterior, along with somewhat inconveniently hung sign on the door before you all enter. All gentlemen welcome, all others by invitation only. A somewhat scraggly looking bugbear guards the entrance and puts their hands up as the 4 of you approach. Well now, don't we have some gorgeous ladies with us this evening? It's not a very good bugbear accent, but you know, we're gonna go with it. Looks you,
there's only
Caché,
one.
and
There's only one,
Zorra.
really.
Sorry?
Sorry, was Caché Lambert to be someone else, or?
I'm Drow. I'm by Drow form.
Drow, and you have Zorra as well.
Alright, yeah, never mind then. Sorry, I forgot that.
It's currently 2 men and 2 women in this group.
I'm gonna give him one of those looks where you know where you kind of look down and up at them and kind of like look over your eyebrows as if to be like, you're nothing.
A little bit of a rejection there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Right. He kind of scoffs a bit at you, looks to you, Artrin, and you, Fenris, in your new form.
I just stare straight back at him.
You two know that ladies are invitation only, unless you have a special delivery for the boss.
Well, I think we may.
Sure. What's your cargo?
I look at Zorra, raise an eyebrow.
He kind of does a chin up to Caché. Looks back at you, Artrin.
Chin up to Caché.
Yeah, kind of looks up to, nods to Caché. Yeah.
On 2 seconds.
Actually, steaming.
I have so little money. Give it all to the other guy. I have one mushroom worth 100 gold. Why don't I give this to you and maybe we could just have a nice fine night. You could
Persuasion
invite
check
us in.
with advantage.
Okay. Advantage. Oh,
Don't sound so surprised, Paladin.
I know. I forgot that they're charisma based. It's 19.
This is the faces of face parties.
Yeah.
19?
All of the charisma.
All
19.
of the charisma. 19. Okay. He looks down at the mushroom. You folks have a good night. Pockets the mushroom.
Yeah, I'll lead the way inside.
Okay.
I'll stay at the back, but I continue staring at him until everyone has moved in. I'll follow.
Okay. He kind of gives you a nice little pat on the shoulder, Fenris, as you pass. Enjoy your night.
I'll just give him a angry stare and continue going on without saying anything.
He doesn't seem to mind. I feel like men stare at him like that all the time.
I'm gonna pull Caché and Fenris aside. I don't know about where you're from or whatever, but we have a kind of saying here called "you catch more flies with honey than shit." Maybe fucking smile. Be normal.
Says no. A lot of flies hang around shit.
The people down here were quite fucking rough, actually, and we'll take a scrap when one comes our way. So just maybe bat an eyelid, smile, say thank you very much.
You want flirtatious, Caché? You've got it.
Thank you. Just be nice, maybe, because I don't want to pay someone in my one fucking source of income that I have. I don't have a lot of money, okay?
Oh, my dear friend, don't worry about it. I had the biggest smile on Caché's face. Like, her eyes look huge and like inviting. Don't worry about it as I'm touching your shoulder. I can be very nice when I want to.
Zora's like, back. Zora's like pushes you back. No, you go with that one. Artrin's mine.
I was just making a point.
And Zora's gonna kind of like tug on you, Caché, kind of bring you closer down to her so she can whisper in your ear. Would you change your outfit as well? You look like you're about to go into battle.
Alrighty. I will
wait, does it
change
have
into what I remember. I suppose I'll change my glamour.
Not here. Go to the bathroom.
Zora grabs you, pulls.
Yeah. I was just gonna change quickly.
She kind of brings you to a darker corner because you realize there's no women's washrooms.
Quite
so
literally put her face on.
Yeah, so they kind of she kind of tucks you in the back there while Artrin and sorry, let's give your character a name. What do you want to be called, Fenris? I'll just continue to call you
Feldrin.
Feldrin?
Feldrin.
Feldrin.
I would have kept up the half-orc tradition and gone with Fenris myself, but that's just me.
Just Fenris actually works, but yeah. Veldrin. Okay, so
Veldrin.
okay, Artrin, Veldrin, big
Yeah.
beefy boys. You're
I
kind of
remember I
blocking
resemble a drow more than a half-orc, so I'll go with
Okay.
the drow
Okay.
side.
All right. So the two of you, I'm gonna keep probably calling you Fenris, but in case we know Veldrin is. the
We know
name.
Veldrin is the name I'm using.
Okay, so Caché, you
Mhm.
duck away. What do you kind of like? And at this point, Zorra is actually kind of using you two to block her. She's kind of ripping a bit of her outfit just to make it a little bit more showy. Nothing too much, but she's just doing a little bit of changes.
I'll just turn to Artrin. Sorry, if Caché's get changed, I'll just turn to Artrin. Flirtatious Fenris does not exist.
You don't need to be flirtatious, but like, just I don't know. Maybe be quiet.
I was
Don't-
quiet. I
don't
did not say a
antagonize.
thing.
Like that thing was worth like a lot of nair. Okay, like
Zora's gonna she's like, be quiet with your eyes, with your face. Relax your face. Does Fenris's face change or no?
No.
Okay. She's
Use her relaxing.
she's useless. Quickly, get changed.
I think of the last time I saw someone fancily dressed, which would have been the last time I received a medal in that banquet. So, and that could be like years out of fashion or not in fashion here at all. But
Totally.
I go for that because I'm like, oh, that's the last thing I remember that was like that. I've been wearing military gear for the rest of that time. Like,
Well, yeah, even your regular street clothes too. They look very like militarized. So
absolutely, yeah.
Okay, Zora kind of looks you up and down, and she kind of that'll do for now. I think just
Shorter, longer.
no. Stay, no. We don't want them all coming after you. We just need them to leave us alone while we're here. Okay. All right. They kind of both of them come back to the two of you.
Shall we also have to speak in local lingo?
Undercommon. You're all okay with that?
Yes, but any other phrases we must know? Slang?
yeah, there's a few. Well, we call people like you Intclair.
Yes,
we've said that a few times. Yeah.
Because of that?
Oh, that's Selen for Drow.
Mm-hmm.
What she looks like.
I'm thinking more, how do you say this, common nicknames that you give other types? Friends or chums? Flavio Hutman?
No, I mean, none like that. I mean, you could say Bala, which means thank you.
Which would be good for you to learn that word, that
Yeah.
phrase.
Stacy. Balza.
Close enough. Yeah, just.
Blah.
You know what? Don't speak. Just soften the face and don't speak.
Yes, I have a plan for that. Do not worry. I don't think I could talk to many of these anyway. So I would rather be, just putting out their spines.
Not here.
We're wasting time. Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay. So, you all step inside, more so into this space. This lavish-looking gentleman's club. Plush sofas are spaced in every kind of corner, with cocktails that you can see like glowing, like fizzy violet lights in them. You see a middle-aged Dwegar, sorry, I missed that word. Dwegar, his beard is braided tight to it around his chin. The lines are like perfectly along his cheek. He is so finely like made up
Groomed.
in the sense, groomed. He just looks fabulous. Glances at you, Artrin, and Fenris. Gives you kind of a welcoming nod. Aye. What'll be your poison tonight? You do see a list of drinks. I don't think I actually put them into the game, so sorry, I'll pop them into the chat here.
You forgot the drinks?
I didn't. I know. I just didn't put it in frickin' Foundry. So you've got Liquid Mint, the Umber Hulk, Insomniel. This is my favorite. A house ale and then a house whiskey.
Well, I want a Hulk, but I probably shouldn't.
She's like, get me drunk.
Yeah.
I'm a cheap date.
We'll just take 4 house whiskies, please.
4 house whiskies, even for the fine-looking ladies.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm paying, so yeah. Please.
Zora's like, I can pay for myself.
Okay, then do that.
And he kind of looks down to her. Right. So, 4 house whiskies.
Well, 3 and whatever she wants, I suppose.
I'll take a house whiskey, it's fine. Kind
Just
of.
roll my eyes at the bartender. Oh, can't take them anywhere. God. Then I'll telepathically speak to Zorra. Yeah, I know.
Pissed.
I'll send a message to Zorra telepathically and just say, just trying to fit in, I suppose.
Zora just responds telepathically to you. I hate this fucking place.
Yeah, me too. Makes my skin crawl.
4
Just get out of
whiskeys
here.
come across the counter. So, what's the plan for tonight then?
Have a few drinks, relax. Maybe meet some new people.
Well, you came to the right place, though. I don't think I've seen either of you here before. It's your first time you visiting.
Yeah, from the lower tiers. Made a bit of extra nair. Thought might be a nice night out.
Well, if the Nar keeps coming, I'll make sure your glasses are full.
Won't be for long, I tell you that much. I do not have a whole lot of nair left.
Alright, so that is 3, 6, 9, 12 Nar.
12
right.
nair.
Is there anyone else around in here?
Oh yeah, there's quite a few patrons, and actually the 4 of you, as you're kind of glancing around, there's not a lot of places to sit. There's quite a slew of different individuals in this space. And you kind of watch as Zora's kind of like looking around. Can the telepathy, does it work to you or just from you?
That is a good question.
But he's checking that. Can I see if I can get a vibe off anyone to see if they kind of stand out as kind of...
Vibe check.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Make an insight or perception, up to you.
Insight, please.
Okay, insight.
If any wealthy man walks close to us, can I try and pinch his Narasak?
It sounded very dirty.
Yeah.
That's why I said.
Okay, cool. I mean, there's fine-looking gentlemen all over this place, so take your pick.
Anyone who walks past us, so I don't have to basically make it obvious.
Okay, there's quite a few Dwagar. There's many Drow. There's a Dragonborn, one other Dragonborn in this place. There's also
whichever one looks like the rich prick.
Okay, probably the richest among the people you see is actually an Earth Genasi.
No, probably not
but
the
they
richest
are
because
full of crystals instead of being like stone and sand. Their hair is like broken pieces of amethyst, and they're currently sitting there, big kind of bulky fellow, kind of sitting there with his arms around 2 other Earth Genasis, and they are women. And they're
the richest would probably have guards. So anyone who is rich but walking past us without any eyes on us.
Complicated. Pick someone.
Like I said, just as soon as a rich one just walks past us and quickly nab it.
Go ahead. Slide a hand check.
Don't fuck me, no. I am going to see. Okay, that's not terrible. Sleight of hand. That is 19.
Okay, all right. You successfully nick someone's coin purse.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I feel the weight of it. Does it feel like it has some weight to it?
A little bit.
Yeah, okay. I'll pass it up to Artrin.
Okay.
I got a 23 on my check.
On your check, perfect. Artrin, you are suddenly handed a pouch of 46 nar.
More than I had to begin with. I have 66 now.
Yeah.
I'll barkeep. I'll take. If you want to scratch the whiskey there, we'll take 4 liquid mints, please.
Ah, there's the big money. All right, coming right up. I'll start making the drinks. Taking his time. It's an art just to be in this space. The music is soft. The energy as well, I'll say, with Caché, with your that really, really high roll. The vibe in here, very, very luxurious. Gives you kind of a similar feel of the brass vault meter, but in a very kind of sickly, gross tone.
Mm-hmm.
Brass vault meter was more of a playful, charismatic casino feel. This feels kind of a bit more swarmy and not as welcoming as the casino might be, because the casino was very much like, come sell your souls, come be a part of us. Like, they're very about bringing people in. There's very much a closed off singular feel in here.
And I suppose, am I getting like an ill vibe off anyone? Maybe that Genasi or anyone?
I'd say the Genasi definitely kind of sets your teeth on edge. More for just the bulk of him. He is massive. Like bigger than any of the other races in here. I'd say in a way he's not exactly this big, but Goliath size almost. Like a little bit smaller than a Goliath. And seems to have very much, people are avoiding getting too close. He seems to have kind of a corner of the space, and that is his. And Fenris is correct, there are guards, but they seem to also be enjoying themselves too. So they're not, standing watch or anything. They're just kind of with him. But in terms of other people, no one else kind of catches your eye. But I will say with that check, what you do notice is that you can see the big bar, like the photo kind of shows, where it's got like, all the drinks and glasses behind the barman. But there are 2 doors on either side leading further into the House of Mint. One, the door is closed. The other is slightly ajar, and there seems to be a kind of glowing light from inside. Kind of an unnatural glow.
I'm going to vibe check Terry to check that out.
Okay. So you send Terry to go check in? Okay. 60 feet? Yep, definitely within 60 feet. So he kind of leaves your shadow and goes in to check. The information that is being sent back to you in terms of the connection, the mental connection that you two share, is there's seems to be 2 doors further in this hallway. And there is 1 door with 2 guards out the front.
I will then message that to both. Actually, to everyone. I'll just hit 3 messages. Just bam, 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 bam. Just to be like, what Terry is seeing.
How are you kind of doing this message without other people seeing? Because I believe there's somatic and verbal components to message.
You just use the wire as potentially as you're cleaning your teeth. Floss.
That's super hot at the bar.
No. I think I I'd have maybe changed the look of one of my little bags into something that looks like a handbag or something, or pulled out
Okay.
a handbag from somewhere.
Okay.
I'm going to be like rooting through it, but saying it in a way that I'm rooting through my bag and can't find something.
Oh, very good. Very lost damsel. Wonderful. Lovely. Playing into the stereotypes. This is great. You do
Yeah.
just that, and you're able to send a message to each. What are you saying to each one? Everybody.
I'm basically just going to say, behind the bar, glowing light, guarded room. Just so everyone's aware.
Zorra says to you very under her breath, Artrin, that could be it.
Remind me again, what's the name of the guy we're looking for?
The Stageman.
Stageman. Okay. I mean, should we... Also, the telepathy, I think it works just like message.
Okay.
Just without verbal or somatic components. So
Perfect.
I think I have to send and receive.
You send the initial and...
Yeah.
Okay.
Should we just ask the barman? I don't know that we have something that could be of interest.
I mean... whatever you think is best. We just have to get in to see him.
Yeah, I don't want to go kicking in any doors or anything, or...
I mean, it kind of sounded like from the doorman, he was saying if we had cargo, maybe go lead with that.
Okay. I'll turn to the Dwagar
He
barman.
brings up your liquid mints. There you go. That's a fine start to the night.
Brilliant. Well, I suppose you could help me with another task, I suppose I have.
I was wondering when you were going to ask. You were hovering around the bar, so go on. There's no secrets here, lad.
I have some cargo that might be of interest to someone here. Looking for the Stageman.
Oh. Pulls out a mug and begins to clean it. Very clean mug already, but, just to do something with his hands. Right, you're here to see the Stageman then. I picked that out for you when you first arrived. I figured you were here to see him. But, I have to ask. What's the cargo? We can't just have anyone walking off the streets, you understand?
I understand. Look at Zorra. Wait for a nod.
For her to nod or him to nod?
For her to nod.
She kind of clenches her fists. You see the tightness in her jaw and just nods at you.
We've got a small bit of Gluestein.
Eyes go big.
I'm saying it very hushed as well, by the way. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right. You can go on and head back. Just through there. Points to the door that's ajar.
Okay, thank you. I'll give him the remaining 20 naira that Fenris stole.
Just give it all. So that was 5, 10. That was 20. Yeah, 20 is for your liquid mints. So yeah, perfect. You give him 20, and he kind of watches you. He there's a sense of respect now you get from him, but even just with your passive insight there, Artrin, you're not someone to piss off or mess with. So he's giving you the respect.
Okay. I'll start walking towards the door. I'll send a message to the three and just say, follow my lead, I suppose.
Okay. Zorra follows closely behind you. Fenris, Caché?
I'll close into Fenris and kind of like link arms.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'll just follow along.
All right. Cool. So 4 of you.
I have the most neutral expression I can manage in this place.
You still look angry.
Oh,
No matter what you do.
It's very obvious that she absolutely hates this place.
Yep. So the four of you continue back. Not a very long hallway. Door opens easily. You do see two masked guards. They are actually fully clothed as well. Like you can't see an inch of their body. And they're both. One is wearing a mask with a smiles up, and one is wearing a mask with a smiles down. And they're standing on each side of the door, and simultaneously both look towards you as you approach.
I'll get as close to them as I can before they stop me, I suppose.
They don't make any move to stop you.
I'll just open the door then.
They don't stop you. They just watch you
Okay.
as you go.
Yeah, I'll act like I belong here.
I need a performance check then.
Okay.
I need
Okay,
performance checks from all of you, actually. See
Okay.
how well you're doing.
Oh, this is my jam.
This is
yeah,
your jam.
mine too. I have proficiency in this, so that's 24.
Oof.
21.
21. Fenris?
24.
Well, that's good, because, actually, hang on, let me grab...
Fenris smiles.
Fenris smiles.
We're trying not to be memorable and trying not to terrify them. Going by what happened last time, she smiled. Getting into Carnival Row and
Alright, so even with a low roll, Zorra still makes a 15. She's also a face, funny enough, which is funny, so the four of you are all faces. But she's a little bit more shaky. She's very uncomfortable in this place. But she still manages. So you all act as you belong, and these two individuals, again, just the guards, they just watch you, they don't say a word. But there is one thing. Let me just check everybody's passive perception. Artrin, what's your passive? I forgot to actually add you to this.
10.
10. No, you forgot that. Fenris, I think, is... And Caché, yeah. Fenris and Caché. As you pass these two individuals, there just seems to be a light breeze. Just kind of coming all around you. Like, just kind of this sense of moving air. But there's no windows, and you're underground. It doesn't make sense why there's kind of breeze, but that's kind of something that you both notice.
Interesting.
So, opening the door like you belong, Artrin, because you do. On the other side, you see what's surprising about this room as you first enter it is the sheer warmth. Where you might look to see a fire or a blazing hearth, instead you see a man sat back on a sofa with a mess of glowing red hair and ember for eyes. He is a fire genasi who snaps his fingers to ignite a pipe in his hand. There are, once more, two other guards, masked, one with a smile up, one with a smile down. They're almost like statues in the corner of the room. They do not move, but they are there as well. I think I have... Oh, no. Oh, I did. Good. Did that picture come up for everybody?
Yep.
Yes.
Fenris. You recognize this individual immediately. And I need you to pop into secrets with me.
Oh no!
Oh, crap.
Oh.
Oh! Oh! What
That's
do you
not
think
good.
this is? No.
That's not good.
No. I was like,
No,
listen, this is a side quest. There's not going to be something that drives
Yeah.
someone insane here.
Knowing Fenris's backstory, this is fucking awful.
It especially, like, we were talking slavery earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
This is really fucking bad.
Oh, no. What have I got in terms of restraining? I don't think I have anything prepared.
I mean, I have ensnaring strike, but I don't want to.
Yeah, hurt.
I have what's it called, compelled duel. I could cast that in Fenris. They don't
Make
want
her
to
only
fight me.
fight you. Yeah. I can always just. Oh, she has to be willing. Dimension door or out like. Damn it! I should have chose spells. I didn't look. I didn't bother looking at spells after we long rested.
I don't think I have anything that'll really help anyway.
Hmm. That's dream. A dream. Sleep. Actually, I could put him to sleep. Yeah.
You can't though, because they're
Oh
that's their
yeah.
race.
Yeah. I have no idea.
Well, here we go.
Yeah, let's get in.
Okay,
Okay.
Fenris. Your entire body locks up. Caché, you feel this because you're linked arms with her at the moment. You feel something you haven't felt from Fenris before, and that is just not silence in the way that she usually is. There is an essence of being frozen in place.
Is this in shock or fear? Can I gauge with my passive insight?
Fenris.
There's an element of shock to this, and an absolute anger.
Oh, I'm going to. Oh, see if I can kind of guide you, like a little bit away, as in like, just so we're not like looking at him, we're like kind of looking at maybe we went, oh, that's something intriguing over here at the side, just so we can get her out of the moment, to try snap her into a reality maybe.
Go ahead and make a strength check.
Contested?
Contested.
Oh no, I'm going to lose.
Just straight strength?
8.
19.
You don't move Fenris one bit. But Fenris, you are frozen in place. There are no actions you can take at this moment. You are
Currently contemplating everything.
Yeah, you are reliving some horrors.
Yeah, I have tunnel vision at the moment.
Yeah. So you are kind of, I'll say it for the sake of it, you're kind of incapacitated, but you can still hear things, but that's kind of what state you're in at the moment. Caché, you kind of tug on Fenris's arm and she doesn't budge. Nor does she make any move to look at you or engage with you.
I don't even blink.
Oh.
So while this is happening, the man kind of forces a grin towards you, Artrin. Kind of motions to chairs in front of him as he smokes from this pipe. I heard a few newcomers were wanting to see me. Word travels fast. My name's Lucas, but for most people refer to me as the Stageman.
Lucas, it's nice to meet you. I'll take out my own pipe. Mind if I?
Of course.
I
I should say welcome to the House of Mint, where everyone can find something sweet, or so I like to say. To what do I owe the pleasure of this surprising entrance?
Well, me and my companion are looking for someone, and thought you may be able to help us.
I thought with the lovely individuals you've brought with you that you were here to bring me new talent.
Unfortunately not.
Shame.
I'm looking to get someone back, actually.
Oh, whatever for?
My own reasons, I suppose.
If we're going to be business partners, I need a bit more than that. How do you even know that I have procured the person you're looking for?
Because I don't know anyone else who could.
Flattery. All right. I'm listening.
I'm looking for a Darrow named Issa.
Beautiful soprano she is. Have you heard her sing?
Have?
Yes, she's one of my best girls. Always does what she's told. What do you want with her?
We'd like freedom.
Freedom? Oh, you're serious?
Deadly.
You do understand who I work for, don't you?
I do.
He's the procurer of art, and Issa's one of those art pieces now.
I haven't come empty-handed, if
I would hope not, seeing the two that you've brought, but I can guarantee you with even a slew of talent, no one would compare to our precious Issa.
I'll look towards Zorra. I imagine she's quite ready to burst, essentially.
Say the three women in your group are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say actually let's check in with everybody really quick. Yes, Zorra looks very upset. Caché, how are you feeling at the moment?
I am definitely worried about Fenris, which is probably the only thing which is keeping my composure so that I'm not pulling out my gun.
That's fair. Fenris, we'll get to you in a moment, don't worry. Zora's looking pretty upset, but trying to kind of push it down.
I'm gonna send a message to her telepathically.
Okay.
When we get Issa back, I'm gonna take this fucker's head.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to fight me to do it.
Stick to the plan. Get her out.
Let's just get her out. And then we can just
she's
burn
safe.
that fucking place to the ground.
Show him the glue stand.
She kind of, you can just, her whole jaw is just tense. She is clenching her teeth at the moment, but she slowly reaches into her satchel, pulls out the glue stein, and hands it to you. And Lucas clocks her doing that and looks at you. Oh, so she carries all your little things then, doesn't she? I'm glad you have her well trained.
What do you think?
What have you brought me?
As if you haven't seen it.
To be honest, I didn't think you really had the balls to go down and get it. So I'm waiting for you to let me see it.
Show it to him.
He will make a gentle reach as if he wants to see it. I'll leave it up to you.
Can you help me?
With?
Getting Issa's freedom in exchange for this?
I'm going to level with you. This whole little charade of wanting to buy her freedom It's not really me you have to speak to. To be honest, it's not really my forte. Talent stays where talent needs to be, in my opinion. There's no sense in letting something go to waste. So if you're wanting to try to convince someone to let their perfect art piece go, you'll have to speak to the man himself, I'm afraid. And I should say good luck with that.
Can you set that up?
And what do I get?
What do you want?
While this is going on, is there anyone actually watching the door?
Well, Fenris, you are currently stuck facing forward, staring at Lucas. Artrin is speaking, so Caché, what are you doing at this point?
I'm still trying to get Fenris's attention.
So no one's watching the door at the moment, I'd say.
Was the door closed behind us?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
So, okay. Anything else?
So, currently still planning.
That's good. Fenris is rattled. That's what I wanted. Lucas is going to lean back. What do I want? What I don't already have, let's be honest. But there could be something, actually. Yes. Perhaps this would work. It's a bit strange, but safe passage up into Australocadia. You seem quite capable of handling yourself, and I've made some enemies along my way.
Just as a question to the DM, would I know where that is?
You do know that Australocadia is the imperial city above now.
On the surface?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
He'll kind of lean back at a time and place of my choosing. You owe me then. Favor for a favor.
So just get you above.
Protect me.
When you want.
I have business up there. A few assets of mine escaped.
I'll telepathically speak to Zorra again. Oh, this will be easy. We get him alone. Cut his fucking head off. Easy.
Might be. If he can just get us into the opera house, we could do it there too.
Okay, well...
Say, play it up. Play into his sick, twisted mind.
I don't think I hate anything more than lost property, so I think I can help.
A man after my own heart. I knew I liked you the second you walked in. Very good. Then, a gentleman's agreement. He'll lift his hand out.
I'll put my hand out.
And grasp it. And there's a bit of heat. There's a bit of fire. But it doesn't bother you. What is your... Sorry, you're Sapphire, aren't you?
I'm Sapphire, so I have resistance to thunder. This will be hot.
Okay, resistance to thunder. So this is hot. This is pretty fucking hot. He's purposely burning your hand. Sealing it, almost.
I won't let go until...
Oh, Constitution check then for me.
Okay. Constitution check.
12.
Okay.
pretty fucking hot, and it hurts, and it's burning. I'd say the first layer of your skin down to the second layer. It's getting pretty hot. Are you continuing to hold on?
I'm stubborn. Yeah.
All right. You take 5 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Take it. Still holding on?
I ain't letting go until he lets go.
Take 4 points of fire damage. Second degree burns now. Alright, he's gonna keep holding it. That is 2 points of fire damage on that one. And that's a few seconds in now, and he kind of releases you. And your hand just kind of opens, and it is just a hard, like the layers of scales burned off of your hands right now is significant, and it hurts. And he kind of sits back. Well, very good. If you're there to, keep the Glühstein close, I'm sure Jin will be very happy to meet with you. So, how do you like the opera?
Never been. I'm sure it'll be enlightening.
Yes, well, there's a performance tomorrow night. I'm sure you should attend. And because we get along so well and we now are going to be best pals, consider these on the house. Hands you over 4 tickets. Why not make it a little bit more turkey?
Okay. I'll thank him. Has he got an ashtray?
It does.
I'll upturn my ash. Give it a knock. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, I will arrange for you to meet after intermission, so you can at least see the talent I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure that once you see and hear her sing, you won't really want to take her away from the place that she's grown to love. I can assure you of that.
I'll give him a smile, but really forced. Like I'm starting to
crack.
Hit my limit a small bit.
Performance
check. 8. 7 plus 8 is 15.
15? Okay.
I am seeing, or at least kind of hearing.
You'll hear it in his voice.
In his voice. Would like to give him a bardic inspiration by literally just turning around and saying, wasn't that a great deal? Just like pretending like the situation's all fine and dandy. To try and kick him into that situation and get yourself a D8 there.
So
D8.
15, then plus a D8, yeah.
Plus 4, so
Plus
19.
4. Okay, 19, definitely. So you give him a nod, you play into that. Caché kind of, supports you. Zorra is dead quiet. She cannot speak anymore at this point. But Lucas kind of leans back, crosses his legs, and kind of, sits back and watches you all and wear something nice. I expect you to. And it gives you a wink, Caché.
I also will hold the smile.
Performance check.
Is it just all of us in the room?
And the 2 guards, yeah.
Well, the 2 guards are outside, aren't they?
Nope, 2 guards are behind him, and there's 2 guards
Okay.
at the door. So he has 4 guards at the moment.
This is flawless. I rolled a natural 20 for a 27.
Oh, no. Okay, well, for the listeners out there, I'm not going to truly describe what we see of this man, but he is absolutely just in love with Caché at the moment, loving every bit of ounce that she is giving him, and kind of leans in. The opera tomorrow is a song of vengeance and night. Should be right up your alley. Beautiful.
Oh, you. I'm going so stereotypical.
Oh, that's fantastic. All right.
And a little giggle.
Oh.
Man, I'm gonna be sick.
Zorra kind of grabs onto you, Artrin, and you're like, oh, let's go.
I'll kind of put my arm on her back and start walking towards the door.
Before you go, new friend, is there something wrong with your friend? Kind of nods at Fenris.
I'll now look at Fenris.
Fenris, the freeze slowly starts to subside a slight bit, and you just hear the growl of your patron. Hot anger boiling through you.
Kind of been triggered by that sizzling sound when he shook hands.
You know those burns well.
I'll put my hand on Fenris' shoulder and say, he doesn't get out very often. That's all.
Maybe a bit of the opera will do him good.
I think so.
I'll see you tomorrow. Sits back.
Now, Feldrin, let's leave for tonight. We'll see him tomorrow. I'll give you a wink.
Zorra kind of comes up to you as well. Come on, Feldrin.
I am
really torn at the moment.
Huh?
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, I am going to kind of do a little kind of stumble and kind of make a noise, and as I do, I want to use that to disguise Intellect Fortress on Fenris to give her a little boost if she needs to hold herself together.
Oh, interesting. Intellect Fortress, okay. I'm gonna have to look that spell up because I don't know it off the top of my head.
Very clever.
Uncle.
Very, very good. D&D Beyond. Very good. Okay. All right. So yeah, Fenris, make me a wisdom save at advantage.
Okay. Go to think for that advantage. Okay. First roll was a 3. This is a 17, so that's a 24 wisdom save.
24. Fenris, the maddening inferno boiling through your blood. You feel even your patron exhale. What do you choose to do in this moment? You are fully in control.
Look straight at him. Just nod. Slowly. 3. Hope to see you tomorrow. I'll nod as I'm leaving. Mr. DeBrold. And I'll walk out.
Interesting. Okay. You leave. All 4 of you do. Where are you headed?
As far away from this place.
Yeah. As soon as I get around the corner, I'm laying on hands on this burn.
I'm getting out of this outfit, which I now feel disgusted by.
I'd say, am I pretty safe to say you all are heading out of the House of Mint very quickly? Okay.
Where is the nearest shower? Okay.
So you are all safely out of the house of
As
mint.
we're leaving, I'm going to be using my hand at the table to spill some of the drinks. And anyone walking, I'm going to shape water to turn it into ice.
Happily just let you do whatever. Yeah, let it all out, Fenris. So I'll say, for the expedience sake, you four are making your way back. I'd say, well, Zorra's walking quickly. She is like, she is gunning it. She needs somewhere where she can just scream, and she is not in the streets. So she is weaving her way through very, very quickly. I'm assuming all of you are staying very close.
Absolutely.
As we leave, I'm going to put silent image over the door to make it look like a wall and move the door 5 feet to the left.
Sure, why not? You can do that. So I'll say again, for expediency's sake, is there anything you guys discuss while you walk, or are you heading back to Mulg's den with the rest?
I'd probably keep an eye on Fenris, and as soon as we get a quiet moment,
you know what? Actually, Zorra might stop you and go, I'm not ready to see Mulg. Can we just go back to the house for? Can we just go back to the house for a second?
Yeah, whatever you want.
Yeah, let's go. And she kind of just looks a bit shaken and a bit out of sorts, and she leads you back to the house, and you all make it back. As you come up to the house, though, there's a very strange sight for a moment that takes all of your attentions, as what appears to be like a 6-legged, almost like panther with tendrils coming out of their head is currently like hunched on the top part of this house, made of shadow.
Did one of them come out of me yesterday? I say to Fenris.
Well, it's I'm not doing that voice anymore. It hurts. So I was Caché, yes. I have seen stranger things. I mean, Al just shot out at the unicorn at one stage. So maybe you put out a shadow.
You feel a tap, kind of, not a physical tap, but a mental tap, Caché.
I open and let it in. See what communication's happening. I'm going wild with this stuff.
Just like that, huh?
It worked out well for me with the Shadow Hound, because the whole point was that I was fighting it, and it didn't work.
Sure, that was a good thing.
Yeah, because real open channel of communication works wonders from a rod.
Listen, in Caché's mind, she has more clarity than she's ever had. She doesn't feel in any way anxious for the first time in years. So, like, in all this sense, it's all good for her. You know?
You do you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Caché.
Yeah.
You get images. Fleeting thoughts. Fear. Hunger. Fear. Hunger. This entity is a nightmare. Very much a predator. And hungry for fear.
I will kind of say that as I say it so the lads can hear me, just be like, yeah, the predator's quite hungry, but it eats on fear. Does it look aggressive? No?
Looks like it belongs in a gentleman's club.
I send an image of such place. I also advise that the door is actually 5 feet to the left.
For 10 minutes at least.
It's been about an hour and a half coming back, so yeah, no, all right. As soon as you send that image, it darts off into the darkness and you can no longer see it.
I think that'll work out.
That is some bad fucking juju, my man. That is awful. You just sent a fucking displacer beast of hate to a bar.
No,
I'm happy. I'm happy that you did that, but
We sent it to the site of sleaze. So
Yeah,
yeah.
fear.
True,
It
true.
eats fear, so they just have to be scared.
Yeah.
Could you just imagine it crashing through the door and all it is fear? And it's just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can
Did
imagine
you remember
because
the last
just
time you fought
recovered.
a bunch of nightmares at a bar?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
So
I
yeah,
wasn't going to repeat it,
so
but
it's gone. There's no more nightmares around your house. You all step inside to the Burrow Sanctuary. So I'll just get you there, and we'll just change the music to a little bit softer. And yeah. Okay. So step in. Zorra closes the door, and immediately just falls to her knees, crying.
I'm going to take off the hat.
Become yourself again, Fenris.
Fenris, what was that? Are you okay?
I don't say anything. I just turn towards Artrin. I put my hand on his shoulder and lean in a little uncomfortably close and smile. She has a crooked smile, and it is really not suiting her face because her eyes are crazy. I wanted to thank you. You helped find someone for my list.
I wanted to thank you because I know what murderous intent looks like.
So, it won't be murder. At least not right away.
Well, got two people here who are willing to help. Just
Right.
as soon as we get our friend back.
So of course, I still have enough of my mind to channel my hatred. He and I have quite the score to settle.
Well, then it's yours to settle. I'll help. I'll follow your lead.
Can you just make sure it hurts? Zora's kind of
Oh.
curled up now, holding her knees.
I'm
You're
gonna
horrible,
kneel.
man.
I'm going to go down one knee next to her. An idea, I can guarantee it.
I can't believe he has her. What was he saying? What are they doing to her?
So I do not know. So I doubt she will have a shared experience. But I can imagine it is similar in more ways than one.
Do I dare ask what they did to you?
No, you do not.
Okay.
She is perhaps in more of a gilded cage than I was.
Still a cage.
Yes. It's only so far as we will let it. Gold bars bend just as much as iron bars.
Artrin, what? I didn't really hear much of the rest of what he was saying once I realized he was talking about her like she's some pet to them.
Probably is.
They see them as property.
She's not a person to them. She's an object.
She is furniture.
You saw how he looked at me. Despicable.
It's awful. Can you all just promise me one thing? Once we get Isa back, she's back and safe with us, we burn that fucking place to the ground.
We should,
So, so with our track record, I'm sure we can encourage some collateral damage.
I did send that displacer beast there.
Let's start at least.
Yes. The Opera House, where is it?
The Crystal Galleries. It's not far from the House of Mint, actually. It's
Where? I need to know its location, I need to know its fortifications, I need to know its escape routes.
I'm sorry, I can't even get close. The only way you can get in is with a ticket. There is no way to see it or scout it. It's built into the rock.
I'll turn to Caché. These rocks cast pretty large shadows, no?
But they do, Fenris.
I have a favor to ask of you.
Anything.
The which I offers exchange of some information. Then answer to the question you once asked.
I would do it for free, but if you're offering the answer.
This must be a fair exchange.
As far as I'm concerned, you've done enough for me.
Yes, but
My turn.
a deal is a deal. So I will need a layout of the Opera House. So I will need to know where he is. This Jin is yours to battle with. If you also need him murdered, then I'm sure we can arrange it. But no, I must tell you that Lucas Diprald is mine. No one will get in my way, unless they wish to die.
I wouldn't
No
dream of
arguments here.
He's all yours.
If you wish to stay and watch, I hope you are not squeamish.
I just want Isa. That's all I'm there for. If we
Good.
can get the others out too, great. But
So you get them all out, could remove them from the upper or the holding area. I will complete my tasks alone if needs be, but I shall also welcome company if it does not hinder. But yes,
I think we can
Sahib.
we can figure it out. If he said he'd arrange a meeting for you, Artrin, to meet with Din.
Yeah.
So
The intermission.
if we go and speak to him, that would free the two of you up. But what about your other companions? We only have 4 tickets.
Sure, not to worry.
Okay. How do you expect to get them in? I understand this is someone that you wanted to handle yourself, and I respect that, but we could use all the help we can get.
So my dear, this will not be the first opera ticket that I have. So I know this opera market. So I know how they operate. I know everything. This may be underground, but I can assure you that that place is exactly the same as where I came from. So, if you wish to burn it down, then I will give you the matches. I will also give you the wood, and probably start the fire for you before you get a chance.
So what do you think, Artrin? If we're able to get the others in as well, should we split up?
I mean, I don't know. There's pros and cons to both. I mean, if we can get everyone in, we could just fucking storm the place.
No, storming the place would impede your escape. You escape first, then become more of a parasite, starts to crumble it from within. they have might, so you must put rust on their armor. She must
Yeah.
think smarter about this. So all they will do is just march into the lower city, parade around in their fancy uniforms, and butcher whoever they come across. So, you may get out, but you can cost other lives.
Your construct wouldn't need to be ticketed.
Mm.
They could just be a bodyguard.
Yes. So I'll only need to make one more ticket, or on the day we just steal one more.
That's an option as well. To steal one, yeah. Actually, you have the tickets, Artrin, don't you?
Yeah, sure do.
Let
Pull them out.
me see. And she'll reach out her hand out for one. She'll take the ticket from you, and taking out her grimoire herself, she'll begin to move her hands almost like a marionette, kind of like with strings attached, and she'll be pulling and the taunt essences of arcane magic into a quill, and then she begins to create almost an identical ticket. Slightly a little bit cleaner than the others. So there's definitely, like, if someone looks at it long enough, they might notice that something's a bit strange about it. But she creates a 5th ticket with the use of that ability there. That can be for your friend there. So if we just... How do you... I'm sorry, I'm struggling a bit with this. This is not what I was expecting her to be involved in, and I'm very worried about her.
If all else fails, I can cause one hell of a distraction, and you see, Fenris, you'll see the ball that we found underneath the tree, like in my hand. I'm just fiddling with it.
Wait.
Yes.
The Pokeball.
Oh! Okay. Yeah. The Pokeball. Packaball. Pactaball.
Yeah, the Pokeball.
Yeah,
That's gonna be
Pactaball, yeah.
one
Yes.
hell of a distraction.
Yes. Also, I can need to do some for the first time to a sun.
Please
It
no
is
light.
very bright.
Do you want to murder me?
And so, this is why we will provide distractions on opposite ends of the upper house.
Okay.
Then, of course, we will achieve yin yang effect, and the far more artistic than they ever will be.
Sounds good.
I think we might have a shot. If we're gonna... Well, what exactly is your plan? Are we going in guns blazing, or are we...
No.
So, of course not.
Are we
So
trying
must
to
be
free her?
we're pretty much smarter about this. So,
Okay.
you will free her, you will take her and whoever else you can out. And as of that moment, your task will be done. And we will begin ours.
Okay. Then I understand how I treated you. She's gonna look at you, Fenris. I wasn't expecting you to be so tenacious.
The idea is
Terrifying?
you have not treated me as badly as they have, or as us Arcadians have. Even my, well, I hesitate to call him family, but it will suffice in this. Suffice to say, I've been treated far worse.
I shouldn't have judged you so quickly or harshly, but you have to understand it. With Kalars, we
So I
don't
do
have...
understand. So I have seen Australian soldiers in here. So unfortunately, I was not able to freeze the pass they were on and trip them all up into hilarious display. But well, next time. Suffice to say that I am less than fond of Australians.
Well, then we have that in common.
Yes. One.
Thank you, Fenris. She calls you by your name this time.
Yeah. So you're very welcome. But tomorrow I shall be Belgian. I did not think to wear another mask again so soon. But I think I will enjoy this one much more. Now, let's find our wayward companions before they have died of boredom. Thor have built himself another palace.
Okay.
I do not know, maybe Al has shot out another unicorn.
It was definitely Gizmo who summoned the unicorn, but yes.
This was a bit chaotic.
It was
did not know
very
either.
chaotic. Okay, so I'll just check in here really quick with Artrin and Caché, because Fenris has said a lot. Caché, Artrin, is there anything you want to do before we end the session here? Is there anything you want to say, do, pull anybody aside, talk to them, whatever you want to do?
I think I'm good.
Okay.
I think I'll just reassure Zorra that everything will be grand on that no matter what. He's going to be safe.
Okay.
And that's our priority. Killing Lucas is up there, but getting her out safe is the ultimate goal.
Mhm.
I agree, yes. And I'm glad to hear you say that. And I knew you wouldn't not. She's part of our family. But I just want her out of there. So thank you. All of you. We should go find your wayward companions and probably save them from Mulg if he hasn't done something to them already. He's usually quite kind, but is a bit odd. No fast movements, as I said before. Just it'll be fine. Let's go. And she'll kind of stand and begin to leave the house again. Is everybody following?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Absolutely.
you guys can all head back.
I'll put the hat back on and leave.
Put the hat back on. You safely make it back, and we will call it there for this evening. Nice little side quest. So we'll pick up here next time, and I'll just sign us off. Thank you so much for joining us this evening, and we will see you in the next episode.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Woo! All
Aw.
right.
God damn it.
That was an
Blah.
intense one.
I feel gross.